Welcome to the very first podcast of Itihaas with Tanvi. Today we have with us our very first guest who is one of the members of Abhi and New team, my college senior and my friend Mr. Prasanna Naidu. Welcome to the podcast and Shri Ganesh करने के पहले क्या आप कुछ कहना चाहेंगे?
Thank you so much for inviting me to your podcast. Tanvi is a good friend from my college days. I recently realized that I have it's been almost 10 years I left college. So it has been a memorable journey in my college. We all know we had a lot of fun. Yeah, so all I wanted to say is all the best to you for this initiative, for your podcast and your
Thank
channel,
you.
Itihaas with Tanvi. Let's see where it goes. Hope you reach never newer height. So all the best.
Sure, definitely. Thank you. So, बिना देरी किए हम शुरू करते हैं. The very first and important question because elections चल रहे हैं. Election का पहला phase already complete हो चुका है. We have entered into phase 2. What do you think would be the election results be like?
Yeah, so firstly, I would say that I am not a political scientist or an expert in these matters, but I have like a considerate amount of what do you say, current affairs ka knowledge because I've been active on social media and these type of issues. I've been making content related to current affairs and such stuff. So, and I also by education, I am a lawyer.
Yeah.
So through that experience and education, I can comment which may add value to your viewers. From the last 10 years, what changes we have seen, and before that. So uh, before that, like 15, 20 years before, uh, I I may not have much knowledge about it because we were kids. But from these 5, 10, 15 years, whatever we have experienced, I remember after my 12th standard exams, vacations were going on, and I even remember the date. It was 5th of April. Anna Hazare started his movement,
Movement, yes.
India Against Corruption, and I had gone to Gateway of India to do all that narabazi, ye corruption hatao and this that. And with those Gandhi caps, India Against Corruption, those stuff. So that was the journey. I started alone in this field. So yeah. So you're coming to your question. We won't see a significant change from the current scenario. I think most of the uh, people know about it because we don't have a strong opposition. I would like to quote Ramchandra Guha, who is a renowned historian and social activist, if you can say. He had commented on the opposition parties and the current political scenario, which sums it up
Okay.
very well. He had said that the current opposition parties have not made itself as stronger, like the points they have raised or how they have portrayed itself for the voter to choose them. I am not using his exact words from what I remember. I am just making it how we our viewers can consume it or understand.
Among first-time male voters, young voters, Narendra Modi is much more popular than Rahul Gandhi. Among female voters, Narendra Modi is much more popular than Priyanka Gandhi. In North India, Rahul and Priyanka Gandhi cannot win you seats and elections. That is the most difficult for them to digest. I think Rahul Gandhi is highly inexperienced, still not inexperienced. He has poor powers of judgment. I can't call him inexperienced after 20 years in politics. He continues to have poor powers of judgment. One is this, that there's no positive agenda. And part of focusing on a negative agenda is that they just attack Modi. By now they should have known, after the abysmal failure of Chokidar Chor 5 years ago, they should have known that saying Panauti Modi and Priyanka Gandhi's speeches in MP were only abusing Modi. They were only attacking Modi. So you have to have a positive agenda. But I think the Congress is confused, rudderless, led by a family that is out of touch with reality, and maybe all of us suffer as a result.
So they have only attacked uh, Modi or the current prime minister um, on various grounds on whatever they have points with, but they didn't come up with like the BJP had come in 2014 with a development model. Like,
Hmm.
if you want development for this country, then choose us. They had this. They marketed their campaign in this way. So the current opposition parties didn't do it and haven't. We can say it. They just are on the attack mode to the current government on whichever topic they can choose and on all levels. And we have seen on what levels they have gone. So
Hmm.
I think that is a very important thing. So if you want to, and people are becoming aware, people are have started taking interest in these matters, and it's not like, especially huge credit goes to social media and our consumption of social media, keeping aside all the points where we are getting addicted and all. But if you are consuming the right, good type of content, and if you manage your mental health
Hmm.
also, uh, social media is very good. Um, and if you get those contents regularly, you can, make an informed opinion. You can be a good citizen.
Right.
Okay, you can get that right type of information,
Hmm.
and people are getting it. So they are becoming more aware as a citizen also. So they, now I think people have started making informed decisions, and so we'll see how it goes in this election. Hopefully, like, mostly BJP will win, uh, but with what margin, I have no idea.
Hmm.
Mainly, and I think this is the main reason that the opposition parties haven't come up with a proper portrayal of themselves as an option.
Right. आई थिंक
Yeah.
द फ्रीबीज वाला जो ये थिंग है इनका जो कांग्रेस कर रहा है, ऑल्सो द रीडिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ वेल्थ, ये सारे जो पॉलिसीज अभी नया नया निकाल रहे हैं, डिविजन ऑफ
Hmm.
सोसाइटी बेस्ड ऑन कास्ट, आई थिंक कहीं ना कहीं कांग्रेस जो है वो खुद को, वो कहते हैं ना कि खुद के कुल्हाड़ी मार के खुद के ही इसमें गिर रहे हैं, वैसा वाला कंडीशन हो रहा है इनका, शायद ऐसा मुझे लग रहा है। आई डोंट नो मैं सही हूँ कि नहीं, पर ये जो फ्रीबीज वाला और ये सब जो कॉन्सेप्ट लेकर आए ये लोग, उससे कहीं ना कहीं लगता है कि बीजेपी को वो टक्कर देने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, बट ऐसी हरकतें कर रहे हैं कि वो अपने आप बीजेपी को एक पॉजिटिव इम्पैक्ट देने की कोशिश कर रहा है। आई मीन जो कांग्रेस सपोर्टर्स भी होंगे वो शायद ये सब सोच के रहेंगे, अरे ये सब क्या हो रहा है। प्रोबेबली बीजेपी का जो ये आया था मैनिफेस्टो, उसको देख के भी शायद लोगों
Hmm.
को रियलाइजेशन हो कि पिछले 10 साल में जो भी डेवलपमेंट हुआ है, आई थिंक वो 75 ईयर्स को, जितना 75 ईयर्स कांग्रेस ने रूल किया है, उतने उसके कंपैरिजन में बीजेपी ने काफी अच्छा काम किया है इन द लास्ट 10 ईयर्स, विच आई अज्यूम शायद कि वो कंटिन्यू करे अगर बीजेपी रूल में आए तो। Alright, moving to the next question. Our next question is related to the reclamation of मंदिर. Do you think कि उसको reclaim करना आज के टाइम पे जरूरी है? Because बहुत सारे लोगों का कहना है कि instead of building new temples, hospital, school, ये सबको build करना जरूरी है rather than reclaiming all the temples. आपका क्या कहना है?
It is the utmost important responsibility of this generation of reclaiming our important temples, especially because people those who are saying that those things are, they don't know the meaning or importance of a temple. Okay, if you dig deeper into our past, you will understand the civilization has been like a temple was a fundamental thing in our civilization. Our lives, our family, our society, community का जो daily routine होता था, it used to revolve around the small things to the big things in our life. Temple was involved in everything, right? From upanyana, marriage, even like वो बच्चों के कान में छेद करते हैं, वो उस टाइप, मतलब from your birth, naming ceremony, from your birth to your death, everything was was revolving around a temple because there was a reason to it. There was like people will come up with scientific things and all. I'm not talking about that. Somewhere science was involved, somewhere it is not. It was not, but there was a reason to it.
Hmm.
Okay, so a temple is a very important social institution. People don't see it as a social institution because uh, of the colonization which happened. We have the colonizers have been quite successful in erasing the Indian knowledge traditions which we had, the proper knowledge we had, and since we don't have that knowledge, we don't have that understanding of a temple and the society which we had before.
Right.
Okay, so apart from these things, also temple had a, as I said, it was a important social institution. So I had also heard and read about these things where a temple like contract as it is formalized now legal process mein,
Hmm.
two parties used to come into a temple and keeping the deity of the temple as a witness, they used to get into a contract.
Oh.
These was these were oral contracts,
Hmm.
not necessarily always written. Sometimes it used to be a written also, but these were mostly oral contracts. But it was that the temple used to be of that importance even
Okay.
in such. So it was very much involved. Or you know, if we go like in that uh, age, pe- people were so much religious, so, like bhakti and all was
Hmm.
there. So when two people involved in a contract where the deity is the witness, who will try to take that contract?
Right.
So that's there. So temple is not a place of worship or not just a place of worship where people think like temple is there because
Hmm.
people go there, माथा टेकते हैं, घंटी बजाते हैं, कुछ मांग. As I said, the temple was a social institution.
Hmm.
तुम्हारे बचपन से लेके, for example, you used to study in temples. Either you used to go to the temple, or every Gurukul had a temple, like
Hmm.
some kind of a sacred space. Like from Gurukuls, temples were involved in like promoting art and culture. Okay, so that was there, and as I said, that it was also kind of important decisions, and maybe contracts and all were also uh, made in temple. Yeah.
राइट. सो आई थिंक ये चीज आई थिंक बहुत कम लोगों को पता होगी, और ये उसमें से मैं भी हूँ. मुझे भी ये चीज के बारे में पता नहीं था. तो आई थिंक यस, अवेयरनेस बहुत नीडेड है टू अंडरस्टैंड द इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ टेम्पल्स, उसकी वैल्यू उस जमाने में क्या हुआ करती थी. बिकॉज आज के टाइम पे तो हम सिर्फ भगवान के पास जाते हैं मांगने के लिए कि भाई ये दे दो वो दे दो, और फिर जब इच्छा
हाँ.
पूरी हो जाती है तो हम कौन तुम कौन वैसा वाला सिनारियो हो चुका है. तो यस, आई थिंक काफी अच्छा इनपुट दिया आपने. ओके, सो मूविंग टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. क्या आपको लगता है कि भारत अभी एक सिविलाइजेशनल चेंज अंडरगो कर रहा है?
Of course, and we are all a part of it. So as you said कि ये चीजें काफी लोगों को पता नहीं, बहुत सारी चीजें पता नहीं है. As we dig deeper into it, we uh, come to know that how deep it is,
हम्म.
our past, our civilization and all. तो जैसे मुझे भी ऐसा लगता है, जैसे we once we start reading about these things, knowing about these things, in our circles, in our family circles, in our friend circles, we are quite equipped with some knowledge. uh, is what they think. People around us कि अब हाँ, इन चीजों के बारे में तुझे ज्यादा पता है, but we are like कि we don't know so many things, like we
हाँ.
know just the tip of the iceberg or not even that. Okay, so that is there. um so if we consider civilizational change, now people have started thinking about these things. For example, if you consider like myself also, I came to a kind of realization that I don't know who am I. Like
हम्म.
not in the spiritual sense I'm going, but if, as a social person also, who am I? I am a citizen. I am a human being. I am a citizen of this country. But this country, whom we refer to as India or Bharat, what is it? Is it a nation? Is it a nation state? We say it is a civilization. So is it a civilizational state? So what is the difference between a nation state and a civilizational state? Okay,
Hmm.
was it born in 1947 only, or Bharat existed even before that? Okay,
Right.
so these things are very important to for your identification. If
Hmm.
you identify yourself as a citizen of this country, you must have answers to these questions.
Right.
Because when people say that, as you said, कि 75 years कांग्रेस ने रूल किया है, but
Hmm.
that was the what you say, a political term, a political tenure, okay, of
Yes.
that political party. But this country existed even before that, even before the Britishers, right?
Right.
So what was it then? Okay, there have like there are no specific, like I haven't come to a conclusion to it, but there are so many things about so many diverse topics
Hmm.
where we consider what is a Hindu, what is Bharat. Some people say this geographical landmark have has multiple names. Like it's not just Bharat or Hindustan,
Yes.
okay, or India. Okay, it is Hindustan, it is Bharat, it is India, it is Sindhu Desh. Okay, it is एक और कुछ नाम था, कुछ बहुत ही अलग था, जो वेदों में स्पेसिफाई किया गया है. इट इज
Hmm.
ऑल्सो जम्बू द्वीप. ओके,
Yes.
जम्बू द्वीप तो बहुत कम लोगों ने सुना है,
Right.
पढ़ा है. तो तो दीज आर द थिंग्स. सो सिंधु देश या हिंदू का, जहां तक मुझे पता है, इट इज टर्म इन दैट वे बिकॉज नॉर्थ में जाओगे तो हिमालयाज है और सिंधु नदी है.
हाँ.
ओके, जहाँ जिसे हम इंडस रिवर भी कहते हैं. और नीचे जाओगे तो फिर इंडियन ओशन आता है. तो सिंधु अ, नदी और इंडियन ओशन को इंदु सागर भी कहते हैं. तो वो सिंधु नदी के इस पार जो रहते थे, जो लोग रहते हैं, उनको
हाँ.
सिंधु लोग ऐसे कहा जाता था.
Hmm.
बिकॉज सिंधु नदी के इस पार जो, और ये कौन कहते थे जो सिंधु नदी के उस पार से आए.
Okay.
Most of the Persians and Mughal invasions
Hmm.
which happened, people started coming from there. So और पर्शिया की जो लैंग्वेज है, और आई थिंक इवन इन हिब्रू, इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग, तो ये जो सिंधु है, जो स का प्रोनाउंसिएशन है वो ह में होता है
हाँ.
उनके भाषा में. तो जो सिंधु का प्रोनाउंसिएशन है वो हिंदू में हुआ.
Right.
ओके, तो उस तरह से वो हिंदू, हिंदुस्तान, ये सब टर्म्स है. जहाँ तक मुझे पता है, हमने अपने आपको ऐसे हिंदू टर्म नहीं किया है, क्योंकि हमारे यहाँ पे कल्चरली काफी डाइवर्स थे पहले से.
Hmm. Right.
ओके, या सो दैट्स दैट. या that's what I can say about it.
Yes. And I think civilizational change is the need of the hour अभी के लिए, because change के साथ साथ वो awareness होना जरूरी है. और वो बात ये है कि वो change को accept करना as a part of you know Indian Indianness जो होता है. I think वो acceptance बहुत कम लोगों में है, because बहुत लोगों का मानना है कि ये change अभी के लिए needed नहीं है. But yeah, ठीक है. Moving
Because
on
they
to
are ignorant.
hmm.
Actually, we must not say, I think civilizational change, it's just knowing about ourselves,
Hmm.
knowing about our identity and knowing about ourselves. It's quite kind of a quest.
Right. But I think, like you mentioned, ki, you had this question of who am I? I think even I, or maybe some other viewers might also relate to it, because at one point of time, मुझे भी questions आते थे कि मैं exactly हूँ कौन, considering a lot of bombardment of information used to be there, from both left and right wing, ऐसे अगर देखा जाए तो. Because being a Hindu, I was born and brought up in that way, जहाँ पे घर पे पूजा पाठ वगैरह किया जाता था. बट स्कूल्स और कॉलेजेस में मुझे एग्जैक्टली उसका ऑपोजिट सिखाया जाता था. तो आई हैड दिस आइडेंटिफिकेशन इशू कि एग्जैक्टली क्या चल रहा है, मैं हूँ कौन.
Oh my God, I also hear today.
तो यस, आई थिंक बहुत से व्यूअर्स को रिलेट होता होगा, एंड आई थिंक इट्स टाइम कि अभी वो जो आइडेंटिफिकेशन इशू है वो क्लियर हो जाए बिकॉज ऑफ दिस सिविलाइजेशनल चेंज. ठीक है, सो मूविंग ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. सो द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, व्हाट डू यू थिंक आर द बेस्ट एंड द वर्स्ट थिंग ऑफ भारत?
Best and the worst. Okay. Worst thing which some people also consider the best is I, from according to me is population.
Okay.
Uh, and then densely populated areas like cities like Mumbai, Delhi, etc.
Hmm.
So that is one. And the best thing about Bharat is its culture. That is a different thing that it has been distorted in many ways in most
Hmm.
of the regions. And the authenticity of it has been kind of uh, blurred away. If I can say not lost, but the authentic forms of its culture still survives, but in pockets where people don't know, and they when they explore it, it's the complete change for it. Like, what is
Hmm.
it? I didn't know about that thing. Okay,
Yeah.
so वो एक experience होता है. So I hope all of your viewers come to that experience in some point of time in their life. Yeah.
Yes. All right. So let us now shift our focus from Bharat's career to our personal life career. Like you already mentioned कि आप एक lawyer के student हो, but आप अभी law practice नहीं कर रहे हो, and you are completely into content creating, if I'm not wrong.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah.
what difficulties did you face while shifting your career, and how did you decide to get into this?
I just so there have been many problems going on, like everyone goes through, but मेरे लाइफ में भी चल रहे थे, काफी फैमिली इश्यूज चल रहे थे, पर्सनल लाइफ में भी चल रहे थे. So and I was working as a lawyer because after graduating into law, uh, I didn't have any option. My father retired, so it was like कि कुछ ना कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा कमाने के लिए. So I stepped into litigation. I didn't wanted to step into a job डायरेक्टली. लिटिगेशन एक्सपीरियंस करना था क्योंकि काफी कुछ सुना था और काफी अच्छी चीजें, लाइक इट वाज चैलेंजिंग बट वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग एट द सेम टाइम, एंड इट इज स्टिल very interesting. But there was few things which I didn't like, and I didn't want to continue there. And my health also started deteriorating. So I thought skip let's switch. और दूसरा कोई कुछ दिमाग में ऐसा प्लान नहीं था. So I started a YouTube channel because I thought I have something which I can put out and it will be valuable to young law students. So I started a channel called Budding Lawyers. I'm not active there right now, from almost a year. So I started there, like my content creation journey. वैसे तो मैं अन अकेडमी में स्टार्ट किया था पहले, तो वहाँ पे
हाँ.
छोटे छोटे कोर्सेज बनाता था. हाँ, तो इट स्टार्टेड फ्रॉम देयर, बट देन दिस बडिंग लॉयर्स का चैनल, वहाँ पे छोटे मोटे वीडियोस बनाना स्टार्ट किया. उधर से कंटेंट बनाना स्टार्ट किया. आई स्टार्टेड फ्रॉम छोटा सा ट्राइपॉड एंड माय मोबाइल. फिर वो अपग्रेड हुआ थोड़ा ऐसा, फिर पॉडकास्टिंग स्टार्ट किया. तो ऐसे ऐसे सीखते गए, यूट्यूब से एडिटिंग सीखा, and now I'm a video editor, working as a video editor.
Cool. All right. So basically, I asked this question to you because considering board exams khatam hue hai, I think there are many students who might be struggling to get into a particular career. या फिर पेरेंटल प्रेशर की वजह से वो जो कहते हैं वो उसी करियर में चले जाते हैं, एंड देन जब उनको वो रियलाइजेशन होता है कि इंटरेस्ट नहीं है या मजा नहीं आ रहा है, तो ऐसे टाइम पे फिर करियर चेंज करने के लिए काफी प्रॉब्लम्स फेस करनी पड़ती है. पेरेंट्स सुनाते हैं, समझ नहीं आता कि अभी नेक्स्ट ऑप्शन क्या है हमारे पास. सो आई थिंक इट्स ओके फॉर एवरीवन टू शिफ्ट देयर करियर्स, चाहे कोई भी एज में हो. मैंने भी बहुत करियर्स चेंज किए हैं. मैं पता नहीं क्या बनना चाहती थी और अभी मैं टीचर बन गई हूँ, एंड नाउ आई ऑल्सो इनटू content creating, which मैंने कभी सोचा भी नहीं था मेरे life में कि ऐसा कुछ करूँगी. So I think that's
Yeah.
okay to shift our careers बार-बार. So for all the viewers who reside in Mumbai, if you all are interested in book reading, you should definitely join us. बाकी का information Prasanna will give.
Also, I would like to add something here that we have started an initiative regarding this about temples, and we have clubbed our love for reading books and the temples movement kind of thing. So we go to a temple and we read a book, and the book is related to Bharat and its culture, history, etc. So anything related to Bharat, we choose a book and start reading. We do a group reading session. It's not like a person reading individually. So we have started it all around a month ago. Two sessions have been successful. Few people come there. We read page to page. One of us reads it aloud, and others listen to him along with the books, a copy of the books. And we have interesting discussions in the breaks we have. Also, after the complete reading session, we have interaction with each other about the topic and other topics as well which are connected to those topics. So it is an interesting thing. If you are interested in such thing and about like interesting in reading itself about Bharat, then do join us.
Yes, and this is only for
That is
Mumbai
about.
viewers. And we do
Currently, it is
this.
only for Mumbai, yeah.
हाँ.
But if you are residing somewhere else and if you would like to start something like this in your area, then it is a great thing. You can contact us. We can, give some inputs to it, you, which will be helpful.
Yes. So you can contact us on Instagram, or you can put a
Yeah.
comment in the YouTube video also. That also works. And
Yeah.
so basically book reading happens only on Sunday. Weekend में होता है. तो Sunday
Hmm.
के 1 या 1.5 hour अगर निकाल के हम हमारा knowledge expand कर सकते हैं, तो I would request for those who are interested, do join us for this book reading session. Before we end the podcast, I would like to thank you for being the most polite, humble, sweet guest. And thank you for accepting my invitation to be the guest here. And
My pleasure.
end करने के पहले कुछ कहना चाहोगे आप? Any message you would like to give to the viewers?
I would just like to say ki explore. The more you explore, you will have that aha moment. Oh, this is something new I came to know, and this is something I didn't know about. Because I think exploration is all about in your life. If you don't explore
Hmm.
new things and mm, about new things, people, places, you know, even ideas, like getting to know about new ideas, uh, all these things mold your life and give you a different perspective to look at your life and things about life in general. So I think that is very important.
Hmm.
Otherwise, you are equivalent to a stone. So that's the only thing I would like to
Right.
keep exploring.
All right. So viewers, आपके लिए एक message है, keep exploring. And explore करो तो please explore using correct
Explore with an
sources.
open mind.
Yes, and also with
Yeah.
an open mind. ये बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है. All right. So thank you everyone, to you, Prasanna, and also the viewers for giving your time for this podcast. We will see you in the next podcast. And if possible, we might have another podcast with Prasanna.
Sure, sure, sure.
Yes.
Of course.
All right. Chalo. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. Take care.
Thank you so much.